Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Linette with the Laurel County Public Library, and today we're going to make another one of Elena's favorites. It would seem that January has been Elena's month. We made cabbage soup, now we're making Asian orange chicken. This is so easy to do, it just takes a little bit of prep time and being prepared up front because you're going to make a marinade and you've got to let your chicken soak in that. So I was going to make this yesterday and forgot about the marinade time, so I had to back up and do it again. So let me show you what goes into this. We'll start out with water. Have 1.5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of orange juice, gets that good flavor going, 1/4 cup of lemon juice, 1/3 cup of rice vinegar. If you've never used rice vinegar before, you know it smells wonderful. I say that sarcastically. 2.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. Just pour it out. 2.5. That's our soy sauce. Now we're going to put that on and just kind of let it come together a little bit. Start heating up. Okay. And while it's doing that, then we're going to get some other stuff ready to go into it. I have a cup of brown sugar that's going to go in there, and I already have. I had some ginger in the freezer. It, of course, calls for ginger. If you don't use fresh ginger very often, know that you can keep it for a long time if you will put it in your freezer after you use it. So just cut off what you need and put whatever's left back in the freezer. So I just kind of grated that. You can see it grates real easy. Okay, so we only needed 1/2 teaspoon of that, and I think I'm probably a little over, but I'm not going to worry about it because I like the flavor of ginger. Okay, so we've got that ready to go. Need my garlic. Hold on, Elena. I knew I'd forget something. I always forget at least one thing. So need some garlic. And it doesn't say clove-wise, it says 1/2 teaspoon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 1/2 teaspoon of ginger and just pile it on top of this brown sugar because they're going in at the same time. So that'll be fine. That way I can use this cutting board here for my garlic. A year or so ago when the Disney Mulan movie came out, we had an Asian inspired dinner that night. And I made several dishes, and then we ordered some takeout as well. The kids absolutely loved it. They thought that was so fun. So, you know, things like that you can do that will get your kids to eat something different from time to time. It's all good. Okay. It's probably going to end up being about a clove once it's chopped up. Make sure I get it all. Maybe 1/2 clove. I like garlic, so let's just go a little more. We like garlic, don't we, Elena? Mm-hmm. So we ended up probably putting closer to 1 teaspoon, but that's okay. All right. Get that off a little bit. Now the next thing we need is a tablespoon of orange zest. So I have me a good big orange here. I'm just going to zest it real good. This will really bring out that orange flavor. We've got the orange juice in there, but the orange zest always puts it over the top. And once you zest this orange, don't throw the orange away. Slice it up and eat it. Get your vitamin C. Or save it and you can juice it tomorrow morning and have it for breakfast. Whatever floats your boat. So what we're going to do is we'll get all of these ingredients into what I mixed up earlier that's on the stove right now. when our sugar melts good and it kind of gets to a heat, not really a rolling boil, but kind of a little bit less than that, then I'll turn off the heat and let it cool down. And once it's cool, we'll add it into a Ziploc bag with our chicken and just let that sit for about 2 to 3 hours. Now, if you wanted to do it the night before and let that chicken marinate all day, that's not going to be a bad thing. You're just going to get a lot more flavor. So at least go 2 to 3 hours, kind of as a minimum. But if you can get more time, it's not going to hurt it. All right, so I need another orange. Let's see. Good thing I've got one here. That's almost a tablespoon, and I think it called for 2. No, it just called for 1, but I am going to put a little bit more. We're almost there. Make sure my heat's, oh yeah, that's coming together nicely. It's starting to heat up. Garlic and that orange are going to play off each other in there, put out some really good flavors. Okay, we'll call that good. So we've got our tablespoon of orange zest. Just made a mess. Okay, so when this gets heated up, I'm going to add that to it. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start chopping up my chicken. I have 3 chicken breasts. I'm just going to take them and cut them into little bite-sized pieces. So let me rinse my hands off again. I'm going to cut off all the big pieces of fat. We don't really want that. And I'm going to take this chicken and slice it lengthwise, I guess. And then I'll cut from there. Ziploc bag's going to come in handy. Perfect for marinating things. Okay. Just going to add that in as we go. Remember, after you use your cutting board to cut meat, always sterilize it. I like to keep some Clorox spray under my dishwasher or under my sink and spray it real good before I run it in the dishwasher because I don't want any bacteria to grow on there. So that'd be gross. Not about people being sick. Okay. These are huge. You always want a good sharp knife. Remember that you can get hurt quicker with a dull knife than you can a sharp knife. One of my little knives there a minute ago, Elena said, that thing's too dull. So I had to go sharpen it. This should make a pretty good amount. So, especially with the size of these chicken breasts, they're huge. Now, when we have this, we're going to be doing like a broccoli slaw mix. It's actually one of the prepackaged mixes. So lots of different sides that you could go here. You could do your traditional rice if you wanted to, or some stir fry, just whatever makes you happy. I saw that broccoli slaw mix with it, and I thought, that would be good. So that's how we're gonna go with it tonight. And I've even thought about, for those of you that have an air fryer, I was gifted one for my birthday and Christmas, so we're still learning how to do some things on it. But I'm wondering about how it would work in the air fryer. Probably would be pretty good. I may try just a little bit of it just to see and let you all know. Those things are neat. If you don't have one, I suggest it. It's really time saver and they cook very well. So, okay. So all of our chicken is cut up and we'll be ready to add our marinade in there when it's done. Okay. The very last ingredient for the marinade, gotta have a little bit of heat. So we have 1/4 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And I will not put extra of those because I'm a wimp when it comes to the heat. So we'll just leave it at 1/4. Okay, so let's review this a little bit. We have water, orange juice, lemon juice, vinegar, and soy sauce. All of those are on the stove heating up right now. And I'm gonna add to that orange zest, brown sugar, ginger, garlic, and we're gonna let that kind of come to a boil. Okay, so this is kind of where I'm gonna leave you and then we'll pick back up. So we're gonna let that heat up, then we'll let it cool, and I'm just gonna take a cup of it and put over top of this chicken, and that's what's gonna marinate for a few hours for us, okay? So check back with us in a little bit and we'll see where we're at. Okay guys, welcome back. We are putting together our Asian orange chicken and it is smelling really good. So let me catch you back up to where we're at. We made our marinade and we took a cup of the marinade, put it in the Ziploc bag with the chicken, and it's been soaking for about 3 hours. So now I thought I would fix it in an electric skillet just so it'd be easier for Elena to film and we'd have better cooking space and all that kind of thing. So the chicken is just about done. I've had it going there for a few minutes. So what I'm going to do is dip the chicken out and put it on a plate. I can smell the citrus in it, so that's encouraging. Now there was quite a bit of that marinade left, so we're going to take that and then we're going to create the sauce. So that will be good. And I'm going to add this chicken back in just a few minutes. Just give me a second. And so here's the rest of the sauce that we had from earlier. We just stored it in the refrigerator. Okay. Get all that out. Now I have taken 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. And I have mixed it together because I want to thicken this up just a little bit. So stir this around just a little. And we're going to add this in. Okay. And then as this starts to thicken up, we will add the chicken back into it. So that will make us a wonderful, wonderful sauce. So I told you all that I was going to serve this with some broccoli slaw. So I thought I'd kind of show you that. It's not completely broccoli, but it is a broccoli, cauliflower, red cabbage. It's just a good hodgepodge. So I'm going to mix that up. I just thought that looked like it would go well with this chicken. So it came with its own little pack of dressing, so I just mixed the dressing in there. It also has this little tiny pack of, like, I guess, crackers. We may or may not use those according to how fresh they taste. It also had a pack of little bitty tiny seeds. I guess poppy seeds, sesame seeds, and some of those. And I'm not going to use those because that usually doesn't work out well at this house to have little bitty tiny seeds. So we may just pass on those for tonight. Okay, so this is already starting to thicken. I can see around the edge there. Oh yeah, doesn't take very long. Once that heat hits it, it's gonna thicken up real quick. And when you see it starting to thicken, then you can add your chicken back in. Okay, and just let it finish doing its business. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna let that cook for just a few minutes, and that will basically be our meal. I have chopped up some little green onions to put on top of it. I think that's gonna be pretty good. So this is our supper for tonight. I hope you are having something delicious as well. And if you've not been out to the library or looked on the website to get some new recipe ideas, since it's cold and nasty, it's a perfect time to give it a try. So find something new to fix, and we'll see you next time.